With the Premier League now 8 games old, it's almost a quarter of the way through the season. Wow. Where's it all gone, Ali?
Really?
Yeah.
And we're going to go with this?
We're going to go with this.
Okay.
Okay, relegation. Why not? Let's take a look. We never used to look at the league table until at least like 8, 9, 10 games in. I would still, as an Everton fan, argue that we shouldn't be looking at it now. But that's where everyone is at the moment. You can see the 3 promoted teams in Sheffield United, Villa and Norwich. Of course, some of those teams have had fantastic results so far, and still they find themselves in the bottom half. So,
yes,
this is just a kind of a feeler to see where you are making your assessments at the moment. With these teams, we've got 10 choices. Can you confidently predict any of them to feature in a relegation battle?
Well, they're all in a relegation battle. They're all of them, including Manchester United, and it's early. Yes, it's 8 games in, and admittedly, I'm hoping that you're not going to hold me to this when we're late in the season.
Never.
But from what we have seen from these teams, as early as it may be, there are reasons to worry for all of them. Again, including Manchester United. Now, I'm not going to include them as a team going to be relegated, because eventually I think the talent level is going to pick up just enough for Manchester United to finish comfortably in a mid-table position. Not much better than that.
Last relegated in 1974.
Oh, you really wanted to say that one. You did your research. Hey, well done, Ross. I'm proud of you. Let's go with Watford. Yeah?
Can we go with Watford? Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to give you a second one as well. Because it's a similar reasoning for both of these teams. They struggle to defend. You look at the amount of goals that they're giving up, 20 and 21, it's just too much. And they don't score enough goals. And so Norwich City, for as much as we get excited about saying the name Timo Pukki, well, Timo Pukki can be scoring goals on one end and then defending goals on the other end. So as good a start as they had and as good as the result it was against Manchester City, as impressive as it has been at times, again, they're struggling to keep other teams from scoring. And eventually it's going to catch up to you. As for Watford, my goodness. What a disaster. And that result against Manchester City is not so much that they lost by that many goals. It's the attitude or lack thereof from the team. It told me they need to change dramatically in order for them to improve. And it hasn't happened. I just don't see how Watford creates any momentum going forward. They give up too many goals. They don't score enough. And so therefore, they're going to toil in that sort of last position, kind of last, second to last, but never really create enough momentum going forward.
Just a couple of questions for you on those.
Yeah.
With Norwich, obviously, they recorded that brilliant win over Manchester City and got pummeled at home by Aston Villa, fellow promotees. They're missing a lot of players at the moment. Do you think that might make a difference to them? And with Watford, similarly, with the change of manager, do you think they did it at the right time, given that it was so early? Often we make a criticism that they've changed their managers too late to make a difference. Was this too early?
Well, it felt like it was too soon. And you usually get the bump from the new manager. And people like to refer to that, a reaction from the team. Well, the reaction by Watford was to go on and get destroyed by Manchester City the way that they did. And the lack of attitude of the team, which was a real troubling part for me. So Norwich may get better because of injured players coming back, but there isn't enough depth in the team to withstand a long period of time without all these players. So that worries me about Norwich. And Watford, I tell you, it just doesn't look like they have many answers, and there are a whole lot of questions to answer.
Okay, so where else are you thinking?
Now, I told you I wasn't going to include Manchester United. So funny enough, I'm going to include the team that just beat Manchester United.
Ooh.
Newcastle. And the reason I'll mention Newcastle is Rafa Benitez around?
No, he's not.
No, he's not. And they looked to be a team around this same sort of standing for the last few years, and we all trusted, Rafa's going to get him around. And Rafa did get him around, and they did just enough to avoid relegation. Well, he's gone. He's not here anymore. And so Newcastle, gone as well.
That's a fascinating reason. You don't think that Steve Bruce can do anything about it, given the constraints he's under?
Okay, what? Have you watched this team play?
Oh, well, they were fantastic in the spirit against Manchester United.
In the spirit? Well, spirit is not enough to keep you in the division. You got to have a little bit more than that. This team cannot create opportunities. They'll defend just enough, but they cannot create opportunities. Even at home, they play defensive. Even against teams that are in their same category, they'll drop off and just withstand pressure, and hopefully they get a goal from somewhere. It's too much. It's too much hoping and feeling like maybe Newcastle's gonna get enough. I think their luck runs out this year. Again, only 8 games in.
All right. So how long did that feel-good factor last? A couple of days. That's the relegation fodder. We'll see how true this is come the end of the season. So many twists and turns to come. Keep it here at ESPN FC. Let us know who you think from this picture has got real relegation worries this soon.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.